Our mini lecture today is on Chapter 6, Groups and Formal Organizations. And in this mini lecture, we're going to take a look at the different types of groups, what they are, how they contribute to our society, and also the formal organizations which exist in our society. So first off, let's look at primary groups. Primary groups are small, intimate, face-to-face association and cooperation groups. You know the people in them, you know how you interact, you all have something common in place. Secondary groups are formal and personal groups, which there's not much social intimacy, not much mutual understanding. You're in the group and you do pretty much what the group's supposed to do, but you don't have that warm feeling that you did with a primary group. An in-group is a group or category which people feel they belong. They feel they belong as part of it, that is necessary, and that they are happy. And an out-group is a category which people feel they do not belong, something that you don't have in common, like as we can see the little ducks here. A small group is a group that is small enough to interact on a regular basis. A lot of things I think we think of with this is more like a book club, a group of friends who go out to eat socially. A dyad is a 2-member group, and a triad is a 3-member group. A coalition is a temporary alliance or a permanent group that is geared toward a common goal. All these different types of groups that we just saw, primary group, secondary group, in-group, out-group, and small group, are very important because in society, a primary group has that connection, secondary group does not. If you look, a school itself, a classroom, you have that primary feeling. The whole school itself is the secondary feeling. The in-group, you feel you belong. That's things you like to enjoy. Out-group, where you don't belong, but you participate and you do. And a small group, this is where you really learn and benefit from each other. Formal organizations are another aspect of our society and societies throughout the world. There are formal organizations everywhere. In the United States, we have the U.S. Post Office, but around the world, we have McDonald's, and we have, and people know the Boston Pops, the famous orchestra. You may say, how in the world are those formal organizations? Well, every one of them has a structure. There's the person who is the head, and then you got the vice presidents and all, and you have certain people that fall under each. That's what creates a formal organization. It has structure, and every society has some type of formal organization. A bureaucracy is a component of a formal organization which rules and hierarchical ranking are used to achieve efficiency. A bureaucracy is the model that basically this is how you should function and what you should do. Mainly we think of bureaucracy though as a government. And finally, social networking is what has really come about within the last 15 or so years. And social networking is allowing people to have a common background to be able to connect with each other. And this allows people in all over the world, different societies, to be able to connect each other, bringing that level of personality, bringing that level of authority, bringing that level of distance networking. Where it used to be people who would be teachers, you lived in the town you taught at and stuff. Nowadays, people can be a teacher all over the world because we have remote learning. And that concludes our mini lecture today on Chapter 6, Groups and Formal Organizations.